The Catholic Church is at a critical moment in its long history, with Pope Francis continuing to inspire millions while tackling some of the Church's most pressing challenges. Speculation about his eventual successor has become a topic of great interest. Among the names that frequently rise to the surface is Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State. His reputation as a skilled diplomat and a steady administrator has made him one of the most prominent figures in the Church today. But is he truly the likely candidate to become the next pope? Let's explore why Cardinal Parolin may not ascend to the papacy, even as his name continues to generate buzz. First, let's consider what Cardinal Parolin is best known for: his diplomacy. As the Vatican's chief diplomat, he has negotiated high-stakes agreements with world powers, from the historic rapprochement between the United States and Cuba to the ongoing dialogue with China regarding the appointment of bishops. While this role has earned him widespread respect, the papacy is about more than diplomacy. In a time when the Catholic Church faces internal struggles with declining membership, scandals, and questions about its moral authority, many cardinals may prioritize a spiritual shepherd over a political strategist. Diplomacy is a valuable skill, but it may not be the defining quality cardinals are seeking in the next pope. Next, we must consider the perception of continuity. Cardinal Parolin has worked closely with Pope Francis for years and is often viewed as a natural extension of Francis's papacy. While this may appeal to cardinals who support Francis's reformist agenda, it could also work against him. The College of Cardinals is not a monolith. It includes conservatives who are critical of Francis's leadership and the perceived shift toward progressive values. These factions may prefer a candidate who represents a clear departure from Francis's legacy, someone who would steer the Church back toward more traditional approaches in governance and doctrine. Parolin, by association, might be seen as too closely aligned with the current Pope's vision to win broad support. Then there's the issue of the Church's global shift. In the 21st century, Catholicism is no longer predominantly European. The faith is growing rapidly in regions like Africa, Latin America, and Asia, where vibrant, youthful communities are driving its expansion. Many cardinals might feel it's time for a pope who reflects this shift, a leader who understands the cultural and social dynamics of these burgeoning Catholic populations. Cardinal Parolin, with his Italian roots and strong ties to the European tradition of the Church, might struggle to embody this global transformation in the eyes of the conclave. The call for a pope from the global south has grown louder, and this could be a significant factor in the election. Now, let's turn to the conclave itself. The election of a pope is a deeply spiritual event, but it's also shaped by politics and human considerations. Cardinal Parolin's role as Secretary of State places him at the center of Vatican power, which can be both an asset and a liability. His prominence could lead some cardinals to view him as a figure of the establishment, too closely tied to the existing power structures of the Vatican. In the secrecy of the conclave, where alliances are formed and preferences shift, being a frontrunner often attracts scrutiny and resistance. History has shown us time and again that the papal election is full of surprises, with many expected candidates ultimately passed over in favor of lesser-known figures who rise to prominence through the discernment process. Another consideration is charisma, or the lack thereof. Modern popes are not only spiritual leaders, but also global figures who must inspire millions of Catholics and engage within an increasingly interconnected world. Think of Pope John Paul II, whose powerful presence and ability to connect with people across cultures made him a transformative leader. Or Pope Francis, whose humility and approachable demeanor have made him a symbol of compassion and reform. Cardinal Parolin, while highly respected for his intellect and professionalism, lacks the magnetic charisma that often defines a papal figure. In a world shaped by media and rapid communication, a leader who can capture hearts and minds on a global scale is more important than ever. And let's not forget the power of the unexpected. The Holy Spirit moves in mysterious ways, and the papal conclave has a long tradition of defying predictions. Many frontrunners have found themselves overlooked when the time comes, with cardinals instead opting for candidates who embody a fresh perspective or an unexpected vision for the Church. Parolin's prominence may actually work against him in this context, as cardinals often seek a leader who surprises and unites them in their discernment process. Finally, there's the practical reality of the Church's current needs. Many Catholics are calling for renewal of trust, renewal of faith, and renewal of the Church's role in the modern world. While Cardinal Parolin's diplomatic and administrative skills are undeniable, some may question whether he represents the renewal the Church so desperately needs. The next pope will need to address declining membership in the West, the rise of secularism, and the scandals that have shaken the Church's credibility. It's possible that the cardinals will seek a figure who brings a more radical sense of change, a leader who can inspire hope and reinvigorate the faithful in a way that goes beyond institutional governance. So, while Cardinal Pietro Parolin is undoubtedly one of the most capable and influential figures in the Church today, his path to the papacy is far from certain. His strengths as a diplomat and administrator are clear, but they may not align with the qualities the College of Cardinals will prioritize in their next leader. Whether it's the desire for a break from the current leadership, the shifting demographics of the Church, or the unpredictable nature of the conclave, there are compelling reasons why Parolin might not be the next pope. What do you think? Is Cardinal Parolin the right choice to lead the Catholic Church, or do you see another figure emerging as the next pope? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this analysis thought-provoking, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into faith, history, and culture. Together, let's explore the fascinating world of the Catholic Church and its future. Until next time, take care and God bless.